Here she comes, the highway woman. She comes with music for your soul, and then moves along. She moves along.
Hey y'all, if you're just joining us, this is Bridget London, and right now on the Highwaywoman radio show, really excited to have Mr. Leroy Powell. Hey Leroy.
Hi Bridget.
How you doing? I'm doing great. Are you in Nashville right now? Where are you?
I am in Nashville. I'm in Smyrna. I'm doing got an afternoon show today, so I'm barreling through. Hangover and all. We're gonna make it.
So you've got a lot going on. Now, you went from Leroy Powell and the Messengers to your rather newer band, the Stone Jack Ballers.
Correct, and now we're back. Now we're the Messengers again.
You're the Messengers again. All right.
Yeah, we had a little personnel change, and we thought it'd be a good idea to kind of switch things up. We made like an EP. Didn't kind of turn out the way I wanted it to, so I kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. So we're back to the Messengers and doing, we're kind of rounding out, getting the rock and country vibe going on.
Yeah, all right. Well, now you have a new album that I believe just is coming out this week, and we want to tell folks all about it and maybe feature some cuts from that. And it's called Life and Death?
Life and Death.
Ha.
Correct.
Yep, that about sums it up. So,
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit of, your vision for this album, and then I'd like to play It Hurts Too Much to Cry if you want to kind of tell me a little bit about that song as well.
Sure. Well, the album came about, we were out on the road with Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow and listening to their music every night. And I just started thinking, man, I got to think in a different way of writing certain kind of songs and everything. And so getting off the road, I just started writing all the songs that are on this album. And what it turned out to be is half country songs, which is more acoustic-based, outlaw country stuff. And then the other half is like a rock. It's like super charged rock and roll music, like, Bad Company, Deep Purple kind of stuff. And so so that's kind of where we're at with the record. So I was, toying around with ideas, and it's like two different things, like life and death. So that's what I named it. The album cover is me playing chess with myself. And it's rock and country. We're just doing two different things, and the songs kind of speak for themselves. I mean, they do their thing. Hopefully you like it, and people that listen to this kind of music like it.
Yeah, you all out there listening, you will love this. Let's play It Hurts Too Much to Cry.
It Hurts Too Much to Cry, yes. So when you're, it's an existential crisis song where you just kind of find yourself at the end of your rope, and it just hurts too much to cry. It's a song about feelings.
That's right. We're laughing about a song that hurts too much to cry, but we get it.
When she went away, like I knew she would, I wasn't ready, I misunderstood. I keep smiling all the time, 'cause it hurts too much to cry. Keep it all down deep inside. Hurts too much to cry.
That was Leroy Powell with It Hurts Too Much to Cry from his brand new album, Life and Death. And I'm really excited to have you on the show, Leroy. I want to go back in time just for a moment. We'll get back to your new record and play your song, Keep the Diamond. You remember writing that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you can keep the diamond.
That's right. I love it. I love it. Can we play that right now?
Yeah, we can play that.
All right, and we'll be back to feature cuts from Leroy Powell's new album, but I kind of wanted to take a little flashback to one of my favorite songs of Leroy's.
But you can take the car and keep the diamond. I'm leaving with my broken heart and headed home. When the lawyers all get paid, I'll be on my way. We've taken this too far. You can take the car and keep the diamond.
We're back here on the Highwaywoman radio show. This is Bridget London, if you're just joining us. And I have my wonderful special guest, Mr. Leroy Powell. He's getting ready to do an afternoon show. Of course, this is pre-recorded, and he's been just touring up the Banshee, I guess. So what's been going on with you? We've got this new record coming out. What are your plans for it? Are you going to be touring on it pretty hard?
Yeah, I mean, my manager working out some different ideas for shows and things, so we're just going to have at it, see how it takes. And I'm really proud of it. I think it's produced really well. I work with Dave Cobb again, who actually produced that You Can Keep the Diamond as well. So he did my first record, and he's moved to Nashville now. And we just hooked up over it was his birthday or something. We just talked it out, and we made this piece of work. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it is too. And now you mentioned, because you were Leroy Powell and the Messengers, and then you had the Stone Jack Ballers, and now you're back with the Messengers. So you use your own players on your records.
It's ridiculous. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been working a lot with Dean Tomasek, who plays the bass and co-writes a lot of the songs. Since I moved to Nashville, I guess it's been 3.5 years ago, we started playing in a band together. He's been kind of the main staple of the group, and we've had a couple different drummers, and it's been cool.
You write from such a soulful place, which is why I think so many of us love your writing, but you're also one hell of a musician. Who do you think had, and still has, maybe the most impact on, how you connect yourself when you're writing and when you're performing? Like, who are some of the biggest influences and people that you love and maybe even still get you inspired?
It's so hard to pinpoint one thing because there's just so much out there. Right. And that's something funny about this time that we live in. You just have access to everything at once, So it's the Keith Richards biography. I know it's been a while back, but it was just funny how he described you'd have to go out and find these records. And it was like this huge hunt for different kinds of music. It wasn't available. And these days with internet radio and with, you get on Pandora and just type in, some weird artist and you're going to hear so much more stuff. So it's hard to just pinpoint one thing because you're completely bombarded by everything all the time. So it's hard to say. There's Louis Armstrong, Coltrane, Jimi Hendrix, Billy Joe Shaver to, Waylon Jennings to, Led Zeppelin to, Wagner, and just anything you can get your hands on. If it's really, I think inspired music isn't, inspiring. But you just get different influences over time, and you just kind of throw stuff in, and I think that's sort of the way music's happened forever. You just have these technological breakthroughs where there's a rush of something new, like rock and roll. It's just all of a sudden you could turn up real loud.
That's right.
And then you have a new, you have this new thing. I think they used to have singers before, Bing Crosby and those kinds of career people, before there was microphones. You had to have a really high voice to project, in a live music setting. And then when you have these different kind of singers that could sing soft and low, and that was new at some point. It's hard to believe, but
right.
Kind of waiting for the next wave of something crazy to come along.
Let's play. How about we play Cannonball from your new album?
Great. Yeah, that's fantastic. In fact, a friend of mine is actually a real human cannonball in the circus.
Oh,
And
wow.
he heard that song, and now it's getting some airplay at the circuses right before he shoots off out of a cannon.
That's awesome.
There you go. It's a theme song for someone.
Be wild.
Yeah, he's crazy. Rocket Dave.
That's right.
Thanks, Rocket.
Cool.
Thanks, Rocket Dave. This one's for you.
Cannonball, folks. Leroy Powell's new album, Life and Death. And we're back here on the Highwaywoman radio show. This is Bridget London. If you're just joining us, we've got Leroy Powell on the show. His first time on the Highwaywoman radio show. We're loving his new album, Life and Death. And of course, all of Leroy's records you need to check out LeroyPowell.com, and he's on digital retailers and any way you buy music these days. All right,
Yeah.
So Leroy, tell me, what are plans for the rest of the year? Do you have any other projects you'd like to share with us?
Well, I think I'm going to improve my golf game. I'm going to work on a video. We're putting together a video. I'm just going to keep writing songs and doing things I signed on to do. I'm like shooting some sort of pilot, a reality show that may or may not get picked up. We're doing something that's like following a few different musicians around Nashville and following them in the studio and in their lives, and it's kind of documentary style. And so I've been involved with that project. I have all these new songs that I've written just recently, so I'm going to go record those, and I'll be, doing shows here and there.
Very cool, and people can see your show schedule on your website. Once again, LeroyPowell.com.
Yep.
So I really appreciate you being with us today.
Happy you're digging the tunes and kicking up the jams.
Well, thank you again, Leroy, and all the best to you, man. And
yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, folks, the new album is called Life and Death from Leroy Powell. Our guest tonight here on the Highwaywoman radio show. Make sure you pick up this copy and, of course, all of Leroy Powell's albums, LeroyPowell.com. I think this is my favorite track, although it's hard to pick, from his new album, Life and Death. Well, it's called I've Got You Where I Want You.
Don't let them get you down. Close the door on the noise that they're saying. They don't know us. They don't own us. I've got you where I want you, right here under me. Gonna love you here forever. I'm never gonna set you free.
Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Bridget London, and this has been the Highwaywoman Radio Show.
Now there she goes, the highwaywoman, and she's brought music to your soul, and moves along, she moves along.